So last time we looked at what the keys were on the keyboard, on the piano's keyboard. This was C, C sharp, so some of these keys, the black keys, have other names also. This is C sharp, but it is also called D flat. So that's because it's flatter than D. So this is C, this is D, C, and this key is sharper than C, so C sharp, but it is also flatter than D, so D flat. So other apps call these things with different names. There are, so here for example, this key, let's see what it, so this is C. What about this one? Here, not sure if you can see this properly. So this is D flat. So that letter which looks like a little small case B is actually called the flat sign. And you see that sign in the other app also. Let me go back to that. And here, if you see this flat, this is the flat sign and this is the sharp sign. So all keys have actually multiple names. This is C sharp and D flat. This is D sharp and E flat. So this is D, D sharp, E, E flat. So this is just if you happen to use an app or some other any article that you're reading, these keys may be referred to as with their flat names rather than their sharp names. We in the Indian music community stick to the sharp names, C sharp, D sharp, but if you talk to a Western musician, he might more often use the flat names, B flat and D flat. So, but we don't need to go into that further now. So how does Indian music, sa re ga ma, correspond to all these C sharp, C, D flat and all this? So in Indian music, the sa can be anywhere. And I can say, this is my sa, this is my sa, this is my sa, and the re ga ma follow accordingly. So how do you know what is the re if you've decided a sa? So let's start with this. This is the kind of the easiest to understand. This is C. So if I use C as my sa, then the sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa are all white keys. So this is sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa, ni, dha, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. So you will notice that yes, the white keys are all next to each other, but they're not really next to each other key wise, because the key next to this key is C sharp. So between sa and re, there is something here. What is this? I mean, in terms of Indian music, what is this? This is what we call komal re. This is shuddha re, just plain re. If you don't mention shuddha, it means plain re. So this is sa, this is re, this is komal re. Similarly, after shuddha re, there is something between re and ga. What is this? This is called komal ga. So by the way, one disclaimer, I'm talking about Hindustani music. Carnatic music is slightly different the way it works, in which there are 3 rays and 3 gas rather than 2 rays and 2 gas, and things are a little different. So let's not go into that now. Hindustani music, sa, komal re, shuddha re, komal ga, shuddha ga. After that, after ga is ma. There is nothing between ga and ma, but after ma there is something. This is called tivra ma. So this is shuddha ma, this is tivra ma. Pa, komal dha, shuddha dha, komal ni, shuddha ni, sa. So if we use just the white keys, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Now what if I wanted to change my sa? Sure, sa can be anything. This could be my sa. So if I use this, then my sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa will be completely different keys. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. So now how did I know? How does anyone know what to do? How to do this? So it's simple. There are basically 12 keys, 12 notes, I mean, in an octave, in a saptak, what is called a saptak. Saptak means 7 and 8 means, octave means 8. The English word is octave and the Hindi word or Sanskrit word or Marathi word is saptak. Just how you look at things. So in an octave, they count from the sa to the next sa, hence 8. And in the saptak, they count just the sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. So that's 7. So the octave or the saptak that begins with this has actually 12 keys, not 7, not 8, but 12. And what are these 12 keys? Like I said, they are the usual sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. And there are 2 versions of re, 2 versions of ga, 2 versions of ma, 2 of dha, and 2 of ni. So re, ga, ma, dha, and ni. So these 5 keys have 2 flavors each. So 5 times 2 is 10, and 10 plus sa and pa, which there's only one version of. So sa and pa is 2, and then 10 are the 2 different variations of re, ga, ma, dha, and ni. So 10 plus 2 is 12. That is where the 12 keys are, the 12 notes are. And the 12 notes are, let's just start with C sharp this time. So this is sa, re, this is komal re, shuddha re, komal ga, shuddha ga, shuddha ma, tivra ma, pa. Pa, there's only one. Then komal da, then shuddha da, then komalni, then shuddhani, and back to sa. So you can start anywhere on the keyboard, and it is the same sequence. Sa, re, ga, ga, ma, pa, dha, dha, ni, sa. So anywhere on the keyboard. So I could start here. This is G sharp or A flat. This is A, this is G, this is G sharp. So I could start here, and this would be my sa, and it sa, re, ga, ma, pa, sa, ni, dha, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. So what does it mean when a certain, we have to tune the tabla to C or C sharp or D? What does that mean? Why are we tuning that? So what happens is, the way things work is, the tabla is tuned to the sa of whatever the singer is singing or whatever instrument he's playing. So if I am singing, if I'm a singer, I have a certain sa that I will decide that I'm going to be singing in. If I decide my sa is G sharp, then my tabla has to be tuned to G sharp. If I decide my tabla is, if I'm going to be singing in, my sa is C sharp, then my tabla has to be tuned to C sharp. So let's see what, here is the, you can see it here maybe, the Riyaz Mala Lehra, and I have the Hamsadhwani app here, the Hamsadhwani Rag here in Rupak. And this is what it sounds like. So it is set to C here. What does that mean? It means that the sa is set to C. So let's just play this here. So I kind of have figured this out, that this is the first few notes are that's sa, ni, pa, ga, re, ni, sa, ga, pa, ni, sa. Let me do it once more. Pa, ga, re, ni, sa, ga, pa, ni, sa, sa, ni, pa, ga, re, ni, sa, ga, pa, ni, sa, sa, ni, pa, ga, re, So I can try playing it on the. So this here is set to C. So if I use the C, it will sound similar. So C, it is the same thing. So sa, re, pa, ga, re, ni, sa, ga, ni, sa, ga, pa, ni, sa. That is what it was. Now, if I change, if I change the, now I've set it to C sharp. So now my C sharp will change to, my sa is going to change to C sharp here. So this is sa, this is the high sa, and this is where it will, so this is what it should sound like. Sa, ga, pa, ni, sa, 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 ni, pa, ga, re, ni, sa, ga, pa, ni, sa, sa, ni, pa, ga, re, ni, sa, ga, pa, ni, sa. So I'm not a keyboard player or a harmonium player, so I'm a little awkward there, but I kind of know what those notes are that are supposed to be played, so I can sort of play them. But so I can change it to D, and sorry. So this is how these notes translate to Sarega, Saregama Padanisa. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye.